Alright guys, welcome back to a new video. This is part 13. How about this? Hopefully it's not gonna be an unlucky one. So in this part we will continue, of course, with our modeling. And this is the one before the last modeling video. So that's pretty exciting actually, and we will do quite a lot, so buckle up for a pretty long but actually interesting video. Um, and yeah, I'm not gonna say too much for this intro. So, if you clicked, thank you so much because you gave a chance to this video. And please leave a like, subscribe to this channel for more content such as this. And yeah, leave a comment. Tell me what you think about the channel. Tell me what you think in general and how are you. And without further ado, uh, we will start this video with actually something that I should have showed you probably a little sooner, but I just remembered about it. So let's get going. Probably one of the things that I should have, I don't know if started with, but for sure showed it to you faster. Because if you don't have a beefy machine, or if you are just unlucky, right? Because let's say you went crazy with the models, and let's say your computer can handle that many modifiers and computations and stuff, and it's going to crash on you. That's one of the most frustrating things that can happen to you, to work for like an hour and afterwards to just have Blender crash on you and leave you with basically nothing. That's maddening, at least in my opinion. So there's a kind of way to fix that. Blender does automatically save stuff for you. So the way to actually do get right back to it, right, is by going to file, right? And let me just look at this because um yeah, right. I knew it's in file, but I always forget where. So you have recover, right? And recover, you can go to either last session or autosave. And what if you click it, right? It's going to open you all the saves from the temporal files, right? So what this does is, as you can see, it auto-saved 15 minutes ago. So that's perfect. I mean, again, if I somehow, by some reason, forget to save my work, Blender did it for you. And you can access this autosave and basically, keep going from there. And I think it's just amazing that it does that, because otherwise you would really lose a lot of work. And everyone knows that is just not cool. Um, yeah, uh, I did not know that for a very long time, and I did lose a lot of work because of it. And trust me, that's not fun. It's just really bad. And I'm so happy now that I know that, because again, now I can both share it with all of you guys and also not lose any of my work. Let's just put this closer to this part right here. And so yeah, let's create our smaller wheels. Also, no, this is cool because the protection. A thing you have to take care of is the wheels have to be lower, right, than the protection, because otherwise it just won't make any sense to have it. Also, let's move all these a little bit on the z-axis, and the reason for it really is because if you look right here, the X is basically showing us where the floor should be, and that's a little up. And also we can oh, I need to scale them separately, but it's fine. We will. It's fine. We're gonna get them as close as possible to each other, and you know what? That's gonna be okay. Somewhere around there, hopefully. Yeah, it looks okay. Um, and yeah, these are mirrored, so it's fine. So yeah, it's well, this is not a rule really, but it's more like it will make sense in the video and so on. So yeah, good. Having this done, let's just keep going. So actually we will just randomly put it. So we'll shift right click and put your 3D cursor wherever you think your wheel should be. And I chose it right here. And again, these are gonna be really pretty small wheels. Uh, Pretty small wheels. I said wheels, didn't I? And actually I'm gonna have it right here. And the first, let's actually, yeah, we can do a little tricky thing. So not like this, but something along this should do. And Shift S, cursor to selected right here. And then let's delete this because we don't need it there. The reason I did this is to kind of ease our work, really. Because having this, and now we can, oh, I press extrude by mistake. It didn't matter because I'm not in edit mode, but I forgot that. And RX90, because now our cylinder is right in the middle. What that means is something great for us, really. Let's bring the origin to geometry so that our mirror will work perfectly well, and auto mirror on the y-axis. And now we have this. As I was saying, this will really help us out because having the cylinder in the middle already means whenever we edit this side of the mirror, like, this side we have here with the edit, the other side will also work, so we don't have to keep moving like we did with the others. And I did not do this intentionally, but actually I think it was a pretty good way to show you guys the differences between, you know, why would you really like mirror in a lot of ways, and why you should kind of take care of it. Like, take care to have it, and don't forget about it. So yeah. Let's also put it more or less around here should do. Again, the wheels are gonna be way smaller, so you don't have to go crazy up with it. Okay, this we'll just shade auto smooth it, and because we convenienced ourselves so much better now, we'll just do this. And let's not apply all the transforms, sorry, because that will move our origin and I don't want that. So just apply the scale. That's more than enough. Okay, so having this, right, let's first take this and then generate Boolean fast and then apply our cylinder. And again, it worked. It's really cool. It's really good. And that's perfect for us. Okay, coming into edit mode by choosing this cylinder right here. Let's select this face and then Shift S, cursor to selected. And as you can probably see right now, these wheels don't have a hole like the other one had, so that the cylinder will show through. And actually, if we look at the other references, I think it's harder to see. But this one has a hole. Like more or less, all the wheels are the same for this one, and this one, for example, doesn't. But doesn't for this either. And you can kind of choose. This one actually has a really cool design to it. And yeah, again, you can basically choose whatever really you like. And I'm gonna show you a different way to create a wheel just like this. Because I just like wheels like this. Really, we're gonna make it look a little different, but you know, I think this one is kind of easy. Now that you know how to model with cylinders and stuff, it's easy for you guys. And if you want to do it like that, I would really think it would be great. So you should try to do it. We'll actually do this kind of stuff for this wheel, right? But for this one, again, let's do something similar to this. And we'll actually use a circle this time. And again, 16 vertices. And RX 90, and let's scale it way down. Perfect. Good. Having this, we go into edit mode. Let's go into vertex select so that we can actually see what we do, and then ES, and just move your mouse up so that we have this part right here. And as you can see, this is actually much more convenient to work with than what we had before. And the reason for it really is because it's less geometry and it's easier to work with stuff like this. We will select the inner part and then select, checker the select, and again, not with the vertices, go into edge select mode, select, checker the select, and we have this, and then ES, and go towards the center. And this looks pretty cool, doesn't it? And we can actually even move them so that it intersects the cylinder right here. And look on how cool this looks. And maybe you think, hey, I don't really, want this to be like that. And you can just go back to selecting this edge. Going to face select, no, not face select, sorry. This, and just, select this. You'll have to play a little bit with the checker the select thing, but I think if we just offset it one more time, it's going to give us exactly what we want. And the problem is, so we can change the thickness like this. It's not going to be able to give us, to make this basically thinner. Like actually, I kind of would want to. So for this, I will actually have to scale each of those. And the reason I kind of wanted to avoid that is because I wanted them to be the exact same, what's it called? Same dimensions, right? Which this won't be anymore because, I don't have that kind of precision. And you know what, it doesn't really have to be. It has to be similar, to not have big differences, so that it's not noticeable or anything, but also don't kill yourself over it. It doesn't really matter that much. So let's just do something like that. I think it looks okay, and if not, we can change it later on anyway. So having this, right, what we can do, really, if you want to really create something in the middle also, let me show you just how to do that. Well, first, kind of the obvious thing, we'll just fill these vertices in. I don't know why I said first. This is exactly what we will do, and that's it. We have it. So in edge select mode, just select with shift select all these beautiful edges. And now, ladies and gentlemen, go into X-ray mode and ES, make a little bit more of this little one. And actually what we didn't do, because I forgot, is I think fill this. It's not like it's actually going to do something though, because it can't. And actually, let me not fill that because that will mess something up. And we can just scale it up a little bit and put it like this, and that's perfect. And we don't need more than that really, because what we'll do is first subdivision surface it. Let's make the adaptive here, and oh, look how cute that is. And now solidify this and apply the scale. Make sure you save and then apply the scale. And let's actually have it on 1. No. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Wait, something... What happened now? Something's wrong. Interesting. So, for some reason... What's that? What's going on now? Oh, is it because of the subdivision surface? Really? Is it gonna break because of it? do that, should it? No, there's something wrong. Definitely. So if A, first let's see if there are any vertices overlapped, and they're none. So there's that. That's interesting. I wonder what that's about. So let's actually solidify first, see if... Okay, it does do this. While solidifying. Did it actually do it before? Like... So we have the object here, right? And again, so Control A, scale. And not boolean, sorry, solidify. That's what we want. Oh, it's because... Oh, okay, yeah, no, it makes sense, I'm sorry. My bad. Wait, no, it doesn't. Because if I do this, it's just messing it up. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, another cool thing that I can show you. That's cool. So let me show you the face orientation, and that's the problem it has. The face orientation is inverted for the inner circle compared to the rest of the circle, and what it does is well, what you just saw. And actually, this is not the only problem. This is one of the worst problems, but also easy to notice. But this, I remember it could also break. I think even the Boolean had a lot of problems because of it. And there was something else. I don't remember exactly, but I had to check it pretty thoroughly because I had a problem with one render because of this exact reason right here. And I think it had something to do even with subdivision surface because it didn't like it too much. So actually, the way you can do it is select everything and then Shift N. Shift N will recalculate the normals. So every time you make, you know, an object and it seems weird, you know, seems like something is bad, and you can also recalculate it on the inside just to, you know, invert it. So let me Control Z for that. So you have them inverted, right? You should check for this. You should check if all the normals are okay. So yeah, Shift N, but you have to have all of it selected. Well, not necessarily all of it, just, you know, what you really want to recalculate, but usually just do all of it because it's easier. Good. So we have this. Now, let me turn off the face orientation here. What you should do is solidify. And of course, now it works. Okay. Yeah, actually, I totally forgot of that little bug there. Well, problem really, because it's not a bug. And yeah, I'm actually happy it happened like that because I think really it's a big problem that I don't know if a lot of people really face. And yeah, as you saw, it really, really can mess up your mesh. So take care of it, you know. Good. So let's yes this and just make it again. Makes sense. And yeah, we have this as well. And now we can also subdivision surface it. Or we could also put a subdivision before and have some like this, which I actually kind of like. All right. So here we are back. We now have our wheels more or less. Because so actually let's first mirror this one on the y-axis, just like we did before, by the main cylinder. And as you can see, we have symmetrical wheels, which is what we love. So having this, let's actually create, you know, a little model for this one. It doesn't have to be anything too crazy. It's just like we talked, you know, for the others. It's all about, like, you know, technicalities. You don't have to do everything I do, but you know, you can get inspired by it or not. It's all up to you. Selecting this, we go, oh, right, the screencast. I'm not gonna forget it this time. I was about to forget it though. So checker deselect, and let's insert the faces and extrude them back a little bit. And that's it. It just looks a little bit interesting. It's also not exactly going to be noticed. I mean, I don't think anyone will really notice this one. At least not like super super much, because there's no way to notice it really. So okay, no, we leave it to auto smooth here. Right, we should work a little bit on this because as lovely as it looks, I don't think it's enough. And let me see. Let's put a solidify here actually. And I think, yeah, we will apply the solidify modifier. No, not duplicate it, just apply it. Perfect. And that is because um, we will obtain the same result, but the point really is that you kind of have to have your mm, uh, let me check if everything is alright first before talking. Okay, yeah. You have to make sure that your geometry will be good and it will not create any discomfort. Really, after you kind of learn the basics, this is mostly what you will have to think about, because you will meet problems that I don't think anyone found before, or that are not um, let's call them popular problems. And I can actually give you a good example about that. So I think one of my first projects that I worked on, I never posted it though, because it didn't really work out. And the reason for it really was because it was after I learned how to well, do a little more complicated and complex stuff. I'm talking about baking normals, which is well, something I don't think I will actually get into in this series because as I just mentioned, it is a little more complicated, and I wouldn't want to do it in this one because well, this is not exactly you know it's not such a tutorial. This is a beginner tutorial, so doing that would actually not help anyone. Um, I will teach you how to bake textures, which I still think it's, not necessarily in the beginner or intermediate per se part, but I do think that's a little, easier to do, at least from my experience. Talking to other artists, you might find out that's not the case. For me, I think that's a little easier than making normals. Um, so basically, what I try to do is, after actually following a tutorial series from Blender Guru, you can check it out. It's a series about how to make an anvil, and he will show you a lot of like cool tricks and stuff. But I mean, basically, kind of what we do here, honestly. But um, so then I tried to do my own thing, right? And when I got to the part with the baking, which is one of the last steps, I got really, really confused because my baking was not working. And to be totally honest, I cannot say for sure what I did wrong, but there are a few things I can think of. I did manage to fix it, and if I am uh, thinking about it, I think I just did everything from the start. But the original problem, I think it was the scale apply. I did not apply the scale, and because of that, when I was baking, basically, my object just didn't know what to do. Because when you bake something, you kind of have to tell the program, um, you know, what exactly, where is the uh, object that you want to bake from versus the one that you're gonna bake onto. Because basically it has to be kind of the same object but with simplified geometry, and that's what baking normals means. You basically um, will kind of put the details like holes and stuff like that from a body onto the other body, but more or less like a picture. So it basically will mean that your normal information will be translated as a black and white picture so that the Blender can easily read it. And that's really helpful, like for a lot of reasons, really. But the main reason that I can think of is, uh, you know, easier renderings, faster renderings, actually, and also optimization. For any of you that want to get into game development, you will have to learn about baking normals, trust me, because that's one of the main things that has to be done. So actually, let's do this um, right here. Okay, good. And Alt, Shift, and left click to select it like this. And let's bevel them a little bit. I don't need to go too crazy with it, just a little bit. Okay, and then let's, actually I'm gonna insert just these faces here. I don't wanna go, oh, sorry. So again, shift and left click for these. Yeah, so as I was saying, I was doing that, and basically, you know, that problem that I had, right? Because I started asking on forums and sites that again, the Blender community is super amazing, and there are a lot of helpful people around. Whenever you go to such a forum, I think the one I went to is called I don't Blender Ask or something. I hope I'm not wrong. I'm gonna actually Blender Q&A. Sorry. Okay, that's one. Um, right. So I was there, and I asked what could be wrong. There are a lot of helpful people that try to like explain me what could be wrong. Also, there are people that are going to probably ask for the file so that they can actually play around with it and hopefully manage to find a solution for you, which again, super cool. Um, but the point is, no one was really able to ever find it, like find a real reason for which that was happening. So, I got into this problem that no one really could solve, and I was really getting confused to why is that even happening to begin with, because it just didn't really make sense. Uh, and then I realized, and the moral of the story, because that's where I started from, is that basically you have to learn how to deal with problems. You will learn the basics, and you can, basically, again, like I said in the last video, you kind of know everything there needs to be known to create your own project, your own 3D object, and yeah, basically you kind of have the basic information. Now, of course, there are still tricks that you can learn, and along the way you'll learn a lot of them, but for now, this is kind of it. All right, so having this, that's pretty cool. And now let's apply an array modifier, of course. Who doesn't love a good old-fashioned array modifier? Let's put this at -2, so it goes in the other direction, right? Um, So as you can see, I'm doing this in a lot of other versions, let's call them. Like, I'm not going to ever just do one way of solving. Last time we used the uh, Alt D duplication for this, for the bigger wheels. Now we do the array modifier. The array modifier is a little easier to use, and this is why I used it, but I think it's important for you to know, you know, all the possibilities, not just one. Also, if you have this clipping here, right, but you want to get closer and you can't, the way you can do this is by going to view, right here. If you don't see this menu, by the way, just press N, right? N will bring you the information about the object and all the add-ons. So view, and right here you have where the clip starts, and right now it is at 0.01 meters, and I'm gonna put it at 1 millimeter. So it will let me get way closer in here without actually clipping, and that's very useful. For stuff exactly like this. If you want to do like small little things on the body, but you can't anymore because you have to get way too close in there, and that's really annoying. Because, yeah, I mean, I think you guys understand exactly why this is so annoying. I don't have to say it. Okay, let's do this and see how this looks. See if we are okay with this. Actually, yeah, not too bad, not too shabby. Let's see if we go with one more. Mm. It's just making a very weird, but it's the cylinder, right? It's because of these. So one thing, we can take these and maybe just put it somewhere like that, and that's it. The shading is way less prominent than it used to be, and that's a good thing, right? And yeah, we just have to do the same for the others. Um, so yeah, this part actually, I will speed up. There's nothing new, there's nothing it's a good little experiment. Okay, there we are. The cylinder is done and the wheel is also done. So now we can apply an array modifier also to the wheel. A minus, what did we give it? -2? No, I think it was minus. Oh, it was -2. Okay. Am I still interesting? Did I not apply? No, this one has the scale applied. Does this one doesn't? It has. Interesting. So why could that be? Hmm. Why is -2? So -1 makes sense to be here. I think it's oh, it's because of what the body is like. Most probably. Because other than that, it wouldn't make sense. And actually, there's something I didn't do yet. That is, well, um, I just created another loop to bring here to kind of make this a little more right angles. Because it's not. It was a little too round for my liking. So this should do. Okay, better, much better. Right. Good. So, having this done, now we have a new set of wheels. So these, did I name them in any way? I didn't. So these are gonna be small uh, wheel set, and also I think which is the cylinders? Nice one. Small wheel uh bar. Let's just call it that. That works for me. Okay, so this being done and that being done, that's pretty cool. It actually really looks pretty good. Oh yeah, there was something I didn't really like, and it's the bumpers, right? So the bumpers to me just looked a little too clean, I guess. I don't know. I just think they needed a little bit more something to them. So what I decided to do actually was to let me get here. And actually, let me shift S right here. We're just going to put like small little, kind of like tubes. And for that, we could use curves again, like we did, but we won't. That's all the explanation I'm gonna give. We're just gonna use cylinders because, you know, we just want like a little tube that will go there, nothing too crazy. It wouldn't make sense to complicate ourselves with curves. Yes, they are easier to model, and maybe they could be pretty interesting um, to see. I'm not saying none of that, but I don't think it would really make a difference, at least not in this case. Uh, and that's why I think this can just do just a good of a job, just like that one, if not better. Because at the end of the day, this is what we're looking for, really. Shade auto smooth, and you know, it kind of looks horrible because it has nothing, and we add a subdivision surface to it with just a level 1. It's more than enough. Then Alt D Z, just put it down here, and you know, it just kind of gives it a little more of a yeah, I'm here kind of vibe. Uh, should we actually use the spin tool for this? Hmm, hmm, no, nah, that just adds way too much geometry than we need for this. Again, it has to be simple. This is just playing a little bit around to just make this a little more interesting. Um, and we could, I think it should work. Mirror this, no clipping. Mirror this by this, and there we are. This looks much better. This looks interesting. Also, we could be doing something like this. I can now take this and extrude this a little bit in the front. Maybe this like, you know, like this. Um, yeah, okay. This looks okay. Much better than it was before, definitely. And actually, you know what? I kind of like exactly how it looks. I'm just gonna bevel it a little bit to give it some sort of something to it. And let me see what kind of bevel it needs. 5 millimeters seems to be my go-to whenever I'm like, I don't know exactly what I should give. Yeah, 5 millimeters. That's the answer to all of it. So now, let's give another mirror to this, right? And what do we mirror it? On the Y, and by what? Well, by the main cylinder. I am sure you knew that. And let's do the trick again. So select all these bars. Make sure to select the one with the modifier we want, and actually, I think this will delete the other modifiers. But no, we will do it. This is gonna be fine. So copy modifiers and we're gonna have them. But as you can see, this one disappeared. And if you remember when we did this the first time, this is because this basically now has only the modifiers that this one has. But we will just add another mirror here and that's gonna be fine, and by the buffer, and it's gonna be okay. Why this is here though? That's interesting. So, oh, because this one will also be mirrored by this. And we don't want that, do we? We don't. Okay, then you know what? You don't get that. You don't get it because I don't like you tricking me like that. So yeah, mirror on the Y by the buffer, and now all we have to basically do is just to be a little more precise, right? And actually I cannot get here because all these are mirrored. That's fine. Go on top, select this. Alt D on the Y, and yeah, they're still mirrored by the buffer. It's so annoying, ain't it? I'm pretty sure that's very annoying for you as well. So then Shift D and Gen Y, we're going to delete this mirror because it's actually working against us. So the reason I did a Shift D and not an Alt D is because if you do the Alt D thing, it's actually going to ask you to, it's affected by the modifier basically. So if you do that, just make sure you either applied the modifiers beforehand, or you know, just use the Shift D, because otherwise they're going to be affected by the modifiers as well. So on the Y here, uh, and it's still, oh yeah, because so annoying. So now then Alt D and we just put you by hand. Which, you know, it's fine for what it is, but the problem is it's not gonna be as symmetric as it would have been with a mirror modifier, which is way more useful in this case. But it is what it is, so you know, there you have it. Alright, so this is it for this video, and we finished with our wheels and also with the bumpers, and it's actually official. Um, in part 15 we finish with the modeling part, because I have already filmed the main cabin, and the wagon will also follow up, but it's not gonna be that long of a video, so probably I don't think part 14 can be enough just for like all of it. But yeah, 15 is definitely gonna be the end of it. And you know, if you stuck around so far, again, congratulations. Not a lot of people do that, and that is actually quite impressive. So other than that, you saw how you can recalculate the normals. Also, you basically saw how you can, you know, avoid the clipping problem that Blender kind of gets into when you get too close to object. And of course, practice a little more with the Boolean and the mirror functions, which again, and the subdivision, of course, which are the most important modifiers kind of out there, or the most used ones. Yeah, that's kind of it for this video. Please, for me, just leave a like, subscribe to this channel if you want more videos such as this one, and leave a comment with if you actually changed anything actually to this train. So yeah, there you have it. Have a great week, and stay safe until the next video, which is tomorrow. Bye guys.